Have you ever stopped to wonder if the little things you do every day, the habits you've clung to for decades, could be quietly stealing your health away? Picture this. You wake up each morning, shuffle through your routine, shower, brush your teeth, maybe dab on some lotion, and you think, I've got this. I'm doing everything right. I thought the same thing. Until one day, a truth hit me so hard it felt like the ground shifted beneath my feet. I was stunned, shaken to my core because what I discovered wasn't just surprising, it was life-altering. Not everyone gets to glide into their 80s or 90s with a spring in their step, a sharp mind, and a body that feels alive. Some folks seem to defy time, their laughter ringing out as they chase grandkids or tend gardens, while others, maybe you felt this, trudge through days weighed down by exhaustion, fighting endless colds or aches that never seem to fade. I used to chalk it up to luck or a genetic lottery I didn't win. But oh, how wrong I was. The real secret isn't hidden in fate or DNA. It's in something so simple, so overlooked, it'll make your jaw drop. How you care for your body every single day. Yes, it sounds almost too basic to matter. But when I learned that just a handful of extra minutes, moments of tender attention, could rewrite the story of my health, I felt a lump rise in my throat. All those years of good enough routines, showering, brushing, moisturizing, missed the mark. They never reached the quiet corners of my body that, if ignored, could unravel everything. Chronic inflammation creeping in, immunity faltering, even heart disease or memory slipping away. I stood there, tears welling up, realizing that with just a flicker of change, a whisper of self-love, I could reclaim my energy, stretch my years, and live fuller than I'd ever dreamed. Are you ready to uncover these secrets with me? Because trust me, what's coming will leave you wide-eyed and reaching for a towel to start right now. Your body, this miraculous vessel you've carried through life, holds mysteries so small yet so mighty they can reshape everything you know about staying well. I didn't believe it at first. I mean, how could something I'd lived with for decades hide such power? But then, one rainy afternoon, sipping tea and listening to a friend recount her doctor's advice, my heart started racing. There are 5 body parts, 5, that most of us, especially as we cross into our golden years, forget to care for properly. Not out of neglect or laziness, but because no one ever pulled us aside and said, hey, this matters. These aren't glamorous spots. They're humble, everyday parts. Your tongue, feet, armpits, nose, and belly button. Laugh if you want, but hear me out. When left unattended, they become silent saboteurs, planting seeds of sickness that bloom into problems we never saw coming. Let's dive into this journey together, step by step, and I promise, you'll feel the stir of hope, the spark of possibility, just like I did. 1. Your tongue, the hidden powerhouse. Let's start with your tongue. I used to think it was just there, helping me savor a warm slice of pie or chat with my neighbor over the fence. But then Dr. Emma Harris, a geriatric genius with 30 years of wisdom, dropped a bombshell that made my eyes widen. Your tongue, she said, is a bustling city of over 700 kinds of bacteria. 700. Some are friendly, sure, but others? They're troublemakers waiting to wreak havoc. If you don't clean them off, they sneak into your bloodstream through tiny nicks in your gums, common as we age, and set off a chain reaction. Inflammation, a higher risk of heart disease, diabetes flare-ups, and breath so bad it could clear a room. I'll never forget Linda's story. At 67, she'd lost the joy of taste without even knowing it. Coffee was just bitter water, fruit a bland mush. 3 months of scraping her tongue daily changed everything. It's like the world woke up again, she told me, her voice trembling with joy. The fix? Grab a cheap tongue scraper, $5 at any drugstore, gently sweep it back to front a few times morning and night, then rinse with water or mouthwash. 3 minutes, that's it. The first time I tried it, peeling away that filmy white layer of bacteria, I gasped, half in shock, half in relief. You will too. Fresher breath, sharper taste, a lighter load on your immune system. It's a small miracle you can feel instantly. 2. Your feet, the unsung heroes. Next, your feet. Oh, these warriors. They've carried me through muddy trails, dance floors, and countless grocery runs. I used to give them a quick rinse in the shower and call it a day, until I learned they're a marvel. 26 bones, 33 joints, over 100 muscles and tendons per foot. A quarter of your body's bones. But as the years pile on, circulation slows and they start whispering warnings. Cold toes, swelling, dull aches. Ignore them and you're inviting trouble. Infections, balance issues, even diabetes complications. Thomas's story broke my heart. At 73, he thought his shaky steps were just old age, until a doctor pointed out a fungal infection between his toes, born from years of damp, neglected crevices. He started washing with mild soap, drying every inch with care, checking them daily. Weeks later, he stood taller, walked steadier, tears in his eyes as he said, I didn't know I could feel this free again. Sit down, run warm water over your feet, scrub gently, especially between the toes, then dry them like you're polishing a treasure. Add a dab of lotion but not between toes and watch aches fade, steps firm up. It's love in action and it feels like a gift. 3. Your armpits, the immune guardians. Now your armpits. I'll admit, I thought deodorant was my only job there. Swipe it on, smell fresh, done. Then Helen Carter, a lymphatic health expert, flipped my world upside down. Under that skin, she said, are over 20 lymph nodes, your body's detox warriors. Sweat, bacteria, and deodorant gunk pile up, clogging them, sparking inflammation, weakening your immunity. I shuddered imagining it, a drainage system choked and struggling. Olivia, 65, knew this pain. Red, itchy bumps plagued her for years, a mystery she blamed on aging. Then she switched. Warm water, mild soap, a gentle scrub, thorough drying, a pause before deodorant. It's like my skin sighed in relief, she laughed, her eyes sparkling. Try it, wash with care, dry completely, let them breathe. The smoothness, the freshness, it's a quiet victory that lifts your whole day. I felt it and it moved me to tears. For, your nose, the breath of life. Your nose, did you know it filters 20,000 breaths a day? I didn't either until I realized mine was failing me. Dust, pollen, allergens build up, clogging it, stealing sleep and energy, even starving my brain of oxygen. James, 69, a retired builder, thought his stuffy nose was permanent, until he started rinsing with saline and steaming with mint oil. I woke up breathing, he choked out, voice thick with gratitude. Splash warm water around your nostrils each morning, use a saline spray or lean over a steamy bowl. 5 minutes and your breaths deepen, your mind clears, sleep wraps you like a blanket. The first time I felt that rush of clean air, I nearly cried. Is life flowing back in, pure and simple. 5. Your belly button, the tiny wonder. Finally, your belly button. Silly, right? That's what I thought until Jane, 78, shared her secret shame, a faint odor she couldn't trace. A daily rinse with warm water and a soft cloth changed it all. I feel new, she whispered, her confidence reborn. It's a tiny act, wet, wipe, dry, but the freshness it brings? It's a quiet joy that ripples through you. I tried it and the lightness caught me off guard, warming my heart. These 5 spots, tongue, feet, armpits, nose, belly button, hold the power to fend off illness, spark energy, and wrap you in confidence. I wept when I saw how a few minutes daily, no fancy tools, no big fuss, could rewrite my future. Linda's rediscovered flavors, Thomas's steady steps, Olivia's smooth skin, James's clear breaths, Jane's quiet pride, they're proof. Try it. Feel your body hum with life. I did, and it's a miracle I'll never stop sharing. Do you want to live longer, full of energy and health, with just a few minutes a day? Start caring for 5 often overlooked body parts. Your tongue, feet, armpits, nose, and belly button. Don't let the rush of modern life make you ignore them. These small things can transform your health forever. Each morning, spend 3 minutes scraping your tongue with a cheap tool from the drugstore, then rinse well to banish bacteria and keep your breath fresh. While showering, wash your feet thoroughly with mild soap, dry between the toes, and apply lotion to boost circulation and prevent infections. Just 5 minutes and your steps will feel lighter. Don't skip your armpits. Wash with warm water, dry carefully before deodorant, and support your immune system. Rinse your nose with saline or inhale steam for a few minutes each night to breathe easier and sleep deeper. Finally, gently wipe your belly button with a damp cloth to keep it clean and feel more confident. These simple habits don't need fancy products, just a little self-love, and your body will reward you with lasting vitality. Thank you for joining me. Comment 0 if this wasn't your cup of tea, 1 if it lit a spark. Subscribe, hit the bell, I can't wait to bring you more. See you next time.